Judith Allnatt, and I'm going to read from my story, The Quality of Mercy. Reverend George Tiller couldn't compose himself to pray. His mind kept sliding away to other things, the stiffness of his knees as they pressed against the prickly texture of the rug beside the bed, whether or not he should throw out the yoghurt in the fridge, how much water he should give the tiny evergreen hedge which he had planted at the end of the garden. He spoke the words, as always, but couldn't empty his brain of the jumble of everyday worries that threatened to overwhelm him. He lowered his forehead onto the bed as he used to when he was a child, saying his nighttime prayers. The familiar, slightly singed smell of the woolen blankets did nothing to soothe him. He gave up. With a sigh, he raised himself slowly to a crouch and then levered himself upright by leaning one hand on the bed and the other on the box at its foot. It was months since he had moved to this house in the market town of his childhood, but this box had never been unpacked. It had seemed improper somehow to stow it away in the loft, yet too risky to open it. He knew what was inside so well, had relived the day he packed it so many times, that there was really no need to open it. He even knew the order in which the items lay. The brush and mirror set with their red silk backs embroidered with little birds, black plastic hairdryer, pillbox with tiger eye lid. Beneath these lay the CD player with Chopin's Nocturnes still inside, bed jacket, night dress, last things. No, he decided yet again, best leave the box exactly as it was. He retreated to the garden where he sat on his folding chair beside the pond and listened to the trickle of the tiny waterfall over the stones. It was still early and he savoured the quiet of the place. No revving engines, no beep, beep, beep of the pedestrian crossing, no relatives or parishioners popping in to see he was all right. Beyond the garden lay the country park, an area of woodland crisscrossed by paths and cycle tracks and dotted with ponds and picnic tables. The peace and the view were the main reasons for choosing this house from the scores of other unremarkable houses on the market. What the estate agent had failed to point out was that the access path to the school and shops ran along the bottom of the garden, and the whole housing estate used it. The view would have to go, he had decided. He needed peace. His longing for quiet was like a thirst. It must be satisfied before he could find any order in his thoughts or open a path to God. The evergreens he'd planted were the fast-growing variety. They couldn't grow fast enough as far as he was concerned. The sun was getting stronger. He should water them before it got hot. He would do it in a minute, he thought, as his hands became open and slack in his lap and his head began to loll.